Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right. I thought I'd read out this letter to you. I received quite a number of letters, but this one I thought you should listen to. Okay. Listen to this letter and give me your thoughts. I have changed some details because obviously he's a youngster. He doesn't know that sharing all your details can be dangerous. So I've changed some details, but the gist of the message remains the same. This is what he says. Dear Loy, I'm writing to you out of Dubai. I come from a Indian family, and I've spent my childhood growing in Dubai. I've stayed here for the past 21 plus years. Okay, because and he has gone to India back and forth because of his education, which is another problem by itself. Okay, I am a whatever he has put his title, and I work with major companies for projects from the past 3 years. Okay, on as an intern while doing jobs in UAE, which are way below my education. I've been doing this to support my research and development. Okay. While doing this, I had the opportunities of working with some of the top companies in India for really interesting projects. Okay. But last year, he's given X number of months because I contracted TB in Mumbai. This was from, he gave the dates. Okay, like I told you, he's not a very smart guy. He's given all the specific details. I'll not mention it because I don't want him to be caught. Then he says, this was one of the most painful times in my life because I was confined to the four walls of my house in complete isolation. I was blessed to have parents, brothers, sisters to take care of me. We managed to get by, and I made money online with some other work that he does freelance. Okay. By the end of, he gave the year, my reports came back and I came back to Dubai. I got here on the particular month, one of the best times of the years to be in Dubai because of the weather. My parents have been here for 30 plus years. My mother runs a business, I've censored, okay, for the past X number of years, but it's a hand to mouth business. Father has been unemployed for X number of years and had to undergo the worst kind of jobs, which is below his educational level. Okay, his education and his level of experience. But then I realized it was not just him. Many of my other friends and their fathers and mothers are going around because they are being let go. So what he's trying to say is the parents, people who are crossed a certain age, like 50, if they lose their jobs, they don't have any choice. They work any small job for desperate salaries. Okay. This was a trend being followed in UAE for a long time. If you don't fit the age criteria, they let you go because they can get a young guy who can work for much more less and double the number of hours. Okay. I came to UAE with a vision to start a business before the expo, a tech business. And in the process, I got a chance to build something really big, which would really help in terms of the tourist attractions in UAE. I thought I hit it big. I was about to get the contract with the big guys. It was in January, and I'd made a prototype with the big guys, getting the engineering right, trying to make sure everything was perfect. I got my visa. The project was going to take up, and then March showed up, and this is where things took a huge turn. My entire family's world came to a standstill. What seemed like a tiny threat, COVID-19, now has taken now has started serious problems. We got pushed to a lockdown. Now, in the isolation for all this time, these are the hardships we had to face. Now, this is what he is stating. Number one, I do not have a job. I don't have a stable pay. I don't get to work and I suffer. Number two, rents are extremely high. My mother's business shutting down means we have to find new ways to make ends meet, and his father doesn't work. Number three, my clients, none of them wanted to make a buying or investing decision for the service that I was providing to them. All the hard work that he did came to a standstill. Number four, my relatives who are staying in various parts of Dubai have come and are staying with us so that we can divide our expenses to survive the impact. Then number five, FTA has been behind, I don't know what is FTA, has been behind my mother's business for tax filing. Federal tax something. Okay, FTA. My mother is hardworking expat who has gathered money fill by fill to start a business. She is a very hardworking individual. Unfortunately, in 2017, after the VAT was imposed, accounting not being a strong suit, so we had to get her out of the fines in the middle of the lockdown. I never saw so much stress on her in my entire life. Number six, our visa was about to expire once again. Luckily, they announced that visas would be extended. Number seven, the landlord wasn't communicating to us about the upcoming checks, because even though UAE communicated that rents have to be given, some respite has to be given, the landlord and the building management has totally ignored all our calls. Number eight, uh, my father flew back to India. He got stuck there with other relatives. Now he can't come back. And now we are struggling. Number nine, it's a daily battle. We are blessed to have food on the table under one roof, but the situation is becoming more and more difficult. Number 10, we are unable to send money back home to my parents and to our family members. Okay. Then he says, I hate complaining, but I thought I'll let you know the state of the expats over here. What they put in the newspapers is total BS. I'm a lower middle class. Every day that goes by becomes even more worse. Fortunately, the government has tried to be supportive. I sometimes worry about the poor bachelors who I cannot even pretend to know what they are going through. I live super close to whatever area, okay, which has had challenges of its own. My friends who stay in Knife area had a special lockdown, okay, because the number of expat bachelors there, it's a hub for them. In a room, you'll find anywhere from 5 to 15 bachelors sharing a bed space. Some of them have been sharing bed space for cycles of 12 hours. So 12 hours, one guy will sleep, 12 hours, another guy will sleep. Meaning one guy gets to share a bed for 12 hours and then the next guy. I have major sympathy for all these expats from Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Philippines, and Sri Lanka. Many are losing their jobs, many are getting unpaid leaves, many are working for one-fourth their actual salaries. We do not know when this will end, but I know for a fact the virus is here to stay. We cannot outgrow it, we have to grow with it, which means that corona is going to get to another chickenpox, dengue fever, common cold, etc. That being said, the vaccine would take at least time to get tested, regulated, and administered by the health authorities worldwide. I could be completely wrong about the time frame of the current situation, but you get the point. There's immense suffering here, and people are losing their sanity. I wish people would find their strength and experience in this pandemic to hold on to their horses. We do not know when we'll get back to our feet. In the end, I'd like to give you a big thanks for being the voice of reason and reality for the expats here in UAE. I love watching your content because of its rawness and realism, and I hope you give us reason to keep watching you. And he has given me his name. So this is what he has stated. Now, like I've always told you, people send me a lot of stuff from UAE, okay? And I always tell you, you don't have to believe what I say. Maybe, like people say, maybe I'm a hater. Maybe I'm giving you fake news. Maybe I'm giving you stories, okay? So you tell me whether this is true or false. And please keep in mind, not through your original account. Create another account, use VPN, create a fake email ID, and that is where you put your comments, thoughts, and opinions, okay? The one mistake that this guy made, he put his specific details. That is why I had to change a lot of it. Do not put your specific details with anyone. Okay, with me, fine. Okay, but with anybody else, please don't do that. And another warning that I want to give you is they're monitoring social media. Right now, it's become a mess, an absolute fucking mess, especially with this. I don't know, it's become like Hindus in India versus Muslims from UAE. And the worst part is the Indian Muslims, and even Pakistani Muslims are battling it out with the Pakistani Hindus and the Indian Hindus. Guys, please understand that the politicians are using this as a weapon to benefit themselves. You will not benefit in any way. Don't get into all this. Do not, under any circumstance, share any post that goes against Islam or against Hinduism. See, because you do not know who's watching you, do not know who's going to spy on you. You might make just one mistake, and it's the end of the road for you. So this is what I want to tell you. I always want the best for you. Please be smart. Remember, end of the day, just focus on making money. That's all. You're there in UAE just to make money and do your best. I totally understand what this guy is saying. This is the reality of many people there. What they're putting in the media is just utter fucking bullshit. The reality, they're not putting. So this is what the real scene is. Let me know your thoughts if you feel this is right or wrong. I'd love to hear from you. This is me signing off for now. Take care.